All right, now in this session today, we'll be looking at setting up the accounts basically for an e-commerce business. We already connect our domain to the funnel, and we're just trying to do some cleanup like naming the funnel. We'll just be using this funnel as it is, renaming the URL link to the funnel. And also we should now know that if you go to our domain, it should link us to the website, the funnel we have linked it to. So it should link us to the website we link it to. Yeah. So if you also have some other URL that you want it to link to, so it's going to link to the URL just as it is. If you type this full name, it should link to this funnel as well and all of that, because this funnel was the base where we connect our domain to, so our domain will always link back to default this. So that's why it's also good you can create a website, like an actual website where you make as a primary a directive to when somebody search for your domain, so where it will automatically take them to. So you can design that on your website here, then go back to your domain setting, then link it to the website. Once you are done building a website, like a primary link to when somebody is searching for your domain. So but if you want them to come to your funnel, that's not so bad if that's the way you want it. So primarily now you can also view this funnel by just clicking this. So if you look at this funnel slash the name, it comes to the same funnel. So and also there are some ways you can also rename, and you can also rename your funnel, because this link here also links to this funnel. So there are several links that links to your funnel. Like if you click on this as well, it will still link to this funnel. So that's how GoHighLevel is built. There are several links that links to the funnel. So here you can go to the funnel settings. When you come to the funnel setting, you can also see domain here, where you can also, if you have multiple domain, you find that you can change their domain or link to another domain. And here is where you can change the name of the funnel itself. So you see that the name of the funnel is other page. So I can give it an entire name. I can just say product name. So whoever or whatever name the product is to have, you can change it. And the part also, you can change the part of product page, so something like that. So you can change the name to the product. So let's call this one product page. So for whenever you want to start running your ad, so this is where you place your pizza. You copy your pizza code on the body of the code here. So this is where you place your pizza code. Sorry, you place your pizza code on the header tracking, not the body. So not here. You place your pizza code on the header tracking here. So this is where you copy and paste your pizza here. Then you just save. Once you are done, anything you do here, you save. As you can see, you can also remove the domain if you choose to want to remove it, but we leave it as it is. Let's just save. Experience problem saving. So I think this is a network issue, so let's just click it once again. Alright, now it is saved. You can see the name has changed, and that's how we can simply just change it. And the name of the funnel has changed. This is where the name of the funnel was. It's now product name. So if you go back, you'll find that it's now product name, no longer other page. So another thing we need to do is, if you check our funnel, you see that it doesn't have form. So when you go to the funnel, when you view the funnel, you will see that it doesn't have a form. So we need to create a form that we then attach to the funnel, and this form is what we use in capturing our customer information. And the basic information we need to get from the customer is what we'll be filling, we will be creating the form with. So how we got to this form, you can simply, let's just cancel this. So from site, you can see you have funnel, you have website, and all that, and here we have the form, and you can click on this builder. So that's how we arrive at that location. So we click on the builder, and this was the form we already created. So you click on the builder. Once you click on the builder, it will take you to the page where you be asked or allowed to create a form, like here. So you can then click on create a form. Initially, when you don't have any form here, it won't look something like this. Let's delete this first and see how it's going to look. So you click on add create new form, something like that. So it looks So this is what I wanted to show us. When you click on order now, it takes us to this page, and you click on this. This is expected to take us to the form, but you see unable to find form, because when we actually duplicate this funnel, we did not duplicate the form along with it. So now we are going to create our own form and attach it to our funnel. So we're going to click edit this funnel. So when you want to edit the funnel, you can edit in a new tab or edit in this tab. So let me say edit in a new tab. So it opens a new tab for me to edit the funnel. Alright, this is how I wanted to show you. So you can just click add new form. So once you're here, you can simply click add new form, and then you create your own form. So we are creating form from scratch. So let me refresh this. I don't know why there's a glitch somewhere. It shouldn't be showing it in two, so let's refresh. So right now we are in our form. So you can name our form. So we can call it from one product from one. So let me just name it anything. So you name it based on your product. You always give your form name based on your product. And these are the basic information we need from customer. We need their name, their last name, their phone number, their email address, and we can delete this as we don't need it. So we need an email address. So if you have other information you would like to include, you can see this option here to add element or add other information and other things you would like to include here. You can see a lot of things where you want to build your form and how you want it to look. You can have checkbox, drop down. So maybe you would like to get another number, maybe their WhatsApp number. You can just include something like this single message box. Yes, you can just include that and say okay, and name it WhatsApp number, so you can use that to collect their WhatsApp number. Once no, not drop down, you are looking for a single line, a single line just, so you can just bring that in just like that. So I think I didn't try. So and then you name this, you just change the name to WhatsApp number. So anybody that is filling the form will see that you are requesting for the WhatsApp number, and they will enter that just as it is there. So there are other things you could add to your, but we want our form to be simple, so we are not adding too much. I believe this we are asking them is enough. Another thing I want to put is their address, date, and all of that. So you can simply click on address. Yes, so this address contains a lot of information like their state and all of that. It's going to collect everything, basically everything you need. So here you can simply say you don't want their postal code, so it should go, it won't show. You don't want them, you already know the country, so you don't need them to put their country, and you of course you need their city and state. So these are the basic things you need. You then leave those ones you need, and you can make a field required, and you click on setting if you want to see that you can make a field required. Autocomplete address, I will advise you to cancel that. So just remove that, it's not useful for you. Mandatory to select address in search bar, no, don't check that. So come here, what I want us to check is that okay, you want to click at this is required. You require them to put their states, so also their city, you mark it required, you make it required, and their address, you make it required. So these are the things you might need. These are the important things you may also need. Then as you can see, you can bring them one by one, but it's best to just use the address as they are just address. Then you can just save this. Yes, you can then save this. So you can see you have their city there, their city and states being captured, and those are the basic information you need. Other things you might want to create, maybe if your product has different colors, you can bring in the checkbox or radio button, so you can have them to select the kind of color they want and other things like that. So just as you see, you can change the name and call this color. color. So or you can say they should choose a color, and you can name the options like from black to white and other colors. So you can put the colors you want there. If your product is a type that has different color, then you save. So I think that basic information you might be looking for. If there's another thing, you can always do more. You understand? And when someone submits the form, you can see them form submission and all of that. So this form is saved successfully. I will then go to my funnel. I want to go to my funnel and add this form to the funnel. So that will be what I want to do now. I want to add this form to the funnel. So this, I'm waiting for this to load. So I click on it. So I click on this and I say edit in a new tab. So I believe this has logged me out. I will need to log in back again. Alright, so we are already logged in. It should take us back to the very page we would like to go to. Let me refresh the page. Probably my network is also slow. Alright, now, so I want to go to my funnel and change and add my form. Basically, that's what I want to do now. I want to go to my funnel and add my form. The form I just created, I want to add it. So I'll just go down to where I can find the form and then see. So I click on that, I'll then add my form. So the form that was supposed to be there was one from, or we changed it to our own. So, and even here you can edit your form from here. And note this, direct action. So where do you want it to go? As of the time this was created, this person wants it to go to this website, wants to click on the thank you page. So, but for us, going to this thank you page is a no-no for us. So because this thank you page is not ours, and if we check where it's leading to, is nothing like ours. So it's another person's. Thank you page. So what we do is we ask it to go to next step. So once you click next step, it will go to our own thank you. So once you click on next step, it will go to our own thank you page. You can see the form is added. You can always redesign this form if you don't like it, and then you can just publish. Once you're done publishing, you can come and check. You can go check the site, you can view it and see, and then you should find the form. So if someone is filling this form, so when someone is filling this form here, so then they can be able to submit and lead them to the thank you page, the next page which is our own thank you page. So once they are going through the funnel, they click on any button. The page is still loading. The button is to take them to the menu here. This button, you can always edit. Like I said, you can edit a lot of things here. You can edit all these buttons, the action, what they do. And this one was designed to scroll to a particular place. So that's why when you click on this, it will scroll us down to this place. So that's what is here. It says scroll to element, and the element is this. So that was this function of this button. You can always change these images, delete them, put yours and all of that. Do you understand? Basically everything you do in website design, funnel design, you can do that here. So this, you have the form, so the person could just come here, fill in their details, and then they submit just as that, and they submit. Once they submit, it take them to the thank you page. So it's as simple as that. So this we are already done. I don't think there's anything we want to save again. So this we are already done. we are done with this in setting up our funnel. Now we want to look on how we can add a staff to our team. When we want to add somebody to our team is so that we can add them to some automations. So we need to look at how we can do that. So for you to do that, we can go to settings. We go to settings. Then here in settings, we can then go to my staffs, and that is where you can add people or users to your account. You just need their email address and the name or basic information like that, and you are good to go. So you can click on add user. So one thing I want you to understand is also in roles. So I'll just name this anything. So this here you put their email address. So for this I just want to put any email, not really a functional email, and the phone number I just want to put anything. Just this is just for us to just go ahead. And here if you click on this advanced settings, you can set their password, or you just leave it. They can when they want to log in to ask them to set their own password. But normally I usually love to set the password for them and give them the one I set for them, so you can just do that as well. Then once you are done, I think you're done creating the user, you can move to next, and it will take you to the roles and permission. And for us, you want to create the person as a user, not as an admin, and you want to check this box that you restrict data visibility to only assigned data. So they will only be seeing whatever is assigned to them. Like I said, these people are like your sales closer, they are helping you to close sales, or they are just like your staff. And you ensure you give them the minimum required roles and permissions needed. For someone who is just a sales closer, basically the only permission you need to give them would just be that they can have access to contacts and maybe also your pipeline. They don't need all of this, except if someone is going to be working on your automation and all of that, you can give them access to automation. But if someone is just to help you call customer and close sales, all they need is they should be able to see the customer contact when it comes in. Also, maybe you can also allow them to be able to communicate, so they have conversations also enabled. But they don't need the form to be enabled, they don't need funnel to be enabled, they don't need the GoHighLevel to be enabled, they don't need integrations, launchpad. All these are not necessary for them, so you should toggle them off. So you toggle all this off, so you should leave the opportunity, because they will need to be able to work on that. You don't need to work on others. It depends on your structure. Some might need access to this or that. If you are working on an e-commerce store, you build a store, but this one will build a funnel. When you build a website, which is actually a store, because if you look at in GoHighLevel, you have funnel, you have website, and you have store. You can build all of this. So based on the required access, so I'm just walking you through the model that we currently use. So they are not working with store that they need to check the order or any of that, since it's a cash on delivery system. So basically we have given them the basic roles and privilege permission needed. So this is just a sample. So you see we've created this and we've added our staff. Now another thing you would like to do is you go to your business profile, you go to your profile and change the currency. So currently the currency is in dollar. So when you are trying to calculate how much you have earned, because you can check some data on how much, or people that have ordered how much you earn from GoHighLevel, it will be showing in dollars and using the dollar sign. But you would like to want to see that in Naira. I'm very sure, being that this account preparing is for a Nigerian person. So that is it. So you come to currency down here somewhere here. So then you change that to Naira. So you come to business profile so that you can change your currency. So you can see business currency, choose one. Currently none is being chosen, but it's usually dollar by default. So you then choose the Naira, Nigerian Naira. So Nigerian Naira, and you say update the information. You have to update it. So right now, once the calculation is being done in your account, it will be done in Naira and not in dollars. Now you can go back and leave the settings, and now you know how to add staff. So the next thing is we want to create opportunity, and once we've done creating opportunity, we will then move to creating our automation. So you want to create opportunity based on your products as well, or based on your system workflow. Now for e-commerce, basically we have basically new order comes in, customer order, we call them new orders. They come in, they sit in the new order, and the next stage could be that okay, customer is being contacted by your sales rep, so you can move to customer contacted, or the next week could be customer not contacted or not reachable. So you can have that two phase. The customer was reachable, it was contacted, or customer not contacted, that they are not reachable. Now the next phase could be that okay, the customer postpone the order, maybe it could be postponed, and then the next phase could be, right now we don't have any opportunities yet created, as this is a fresh account or pipeline, so we want to create one. So if you are looking at opportunity, you won't find anything here as we don't have any. So you come to pipeline and then you say create pipeline. You can see they can click on this to create pipeline, click on this. Let's click on this. So like I said, look at this, is not designed for e-commerce, like I said initially. So you can name your pipeline. So I can name it customer, I can name it earnings store customer. So then I can name this new order, like I said, new order. This is contacted, so I can say the new order, customer has been contacted. And then this one I can say customer not contacted. I can just put not contacted. But I have contacted, not contacted, and I can always add stages by clicking on add stages. I can then have this as postpone. So customer could postpone their order. So, and here I can have it as sent to delivery agent. So when the order is confirmed, you can send it to delivery agent. So here you can have contacted or you have confirmed. So I can have that between that it is contacted and confirmed. So you can say contacted or confirmed, or contacted and confirmed. So customer has been contacted and it has been confirmed. So let's put the and instead. So not contacted means customer has not been contacted or not reachable for some reason. This one, customer could postpone to another date, and this one's you have sent it to delivery agent, so you are monitoring for it to be delivered. And finally you can say successfully delivered or delivered successfully. So you have delivered successfully, and then you can add another one to define failed. So some other could fail or it's cancelled, anyone. So we just categorize all of that as failed. So then you click on create once you are done creating your pipeline, and then you can see this is the pipeline. Anytime you want to come and edit, it has 7 stages, and basically that's it. These are the things you can duplicate it and edit, you can manage and do some other stuff. So you can duplicate your pipeline now. So you come to opportunities. If you find now you can see you can have, if we add one or two more opportunities, you will find them here. So when you create a pipeline, they become, and your stages appear like this. when your orders start coming in, rolling in, they become the opportunities. That's why you find it on that point. So these stages, you can always move your order or your client from one stage to another, and it can also be automated if you wish to do that. But for us, your sales closer, your staff should be able to move them to the appropriate location based on whatever is happening. Now the next thing for us is to go to automation, now to create and set up automation for this system. Now if we look at this, you will see that we're already almost set. All of the basics we need are almost set. So now we just come to automation and set up an automation. When somebody fill the form, what do we want it to happen after the person fill the form? Someone comes to our landing page, they go through everything and they are certified and they drop their details, showing their interest that they want to get the product. So what should happen next? So one of the things we need to use in capturing what will happen next is our workflow. So we create a workflow that will say that, okay, when the person fill the form, go and add them to that opportunity or add them to that pipeline in new order. So that's what we simply want to create. And once you also do that, assign it to a particular sales closer, assign it to one of our staff. So that staff will then do the follow-up, and the staff will do and start moving the customer from one stage to another. It will be the staff responsibility to do that. Now, so I'll start from scratch. So I want to create workflow from scratch. Of course, you can start from a template or any other thing, but I do like to start from scratch. So I will enable auto save so that it saves automatically. You can use AI to build your workflow, but not for me. I'm not using AI, so I just will build my workflow as I would love it to be from scratch myself. So I just call it product. Like I said, you can always change the name to the product name, workflow, anyone, the name of the product, and you can name this anything. Now the trigger, the first thing you need is a trigger. And what will be our trigger in this place, you already know. So somebody comes to our website, what do they do here? They fill the form. So our trigger is this form we have created, or any other form you would like to automate the process. So you can create it for multiple products, or you can use just one automation for all your products. Either way is fine. It depends on your use case and what you decide. So you search for form and click on form submission. So person submit the form. What do you want it to happen when somebody submits the form? So basically we are dealing with form submission. So form submission is our automated trigger. Now let's click on filters. The form is, then you select what should be the form. So you should always let this to be on form submission, should be your trigger, and the form should be form is, you select the form. We have just one form here, so that's why we are seeing one, and which is the one we just created, the product one. If you have multiple forms, that's why I said you can add as many forms as you like here, if you want all your forms to go through the same one workflow. But if you want to go to another workflow, or you want to assign to another staff and all of that, there are several ways you can go about that. You can always play around this this automation and workflow area. So there are a lot of things you can do, and you can always go about it and get it done. So I've already had a trigger. So the next thing I want to add is the stages of how I want my order to go to. So I've seen that someone have ordered and I've captured the person details. What would I like to do with that? What would I love to do with the person details? So one of the things we love to do is to assign it to a particular person. Do you understand? There are many things you could want to do, but one of the things I do want to do here is to assign to someone. Once the person fills an order, is assigned to a sales closer. So I just say assign to a sales closer. So you have the assign. So I'm typing it, come up. So assign to. So I would just love to assign to someone. I'll just say the user of this account is also a user. You can see the person name. You can assign to himself. You can assign to multiple people. You can click on them. So you can assign to multiple people. Once assigned, how do you want to distribute the order equally? And you can decide to distribute even equally. So as you want, you can also click on this. Only apply to unassigned contact. So any contact that's not assigned will automatically be assigned to either of these two. You can say You don't want it evenly, and you can change the weight of how you want them to get the order. Maybe 1:2 or 1:5. When you are getting one, the other person is getting like 5. Maybe I can just put this one 1:5. I say, okay, this one get 5 before this one get 1. So that's what it simply means. So what usually the order is spread evenly. I will save this. So that's one of the things I want to achieve, is assign it to someone. Once it's final, it has assigned to someone. The main thing I want to do is to add this person details into the pipeline we create. So I'll just say pipeline or opportunity. So let's search for opportunity instead. I want to create opportunity for this person. So I'll go for create opportunity. So there are several options, tons of options you can use here. But I'm going to choose this create opportunity. We have this create and update opportunity, the ones here. So this is the old one, but it's also still work fine. Sometimes even this new one sometimes doesn't work perfectly. So you can use any of the two too, and so far that it works, but it's just the same thing and they do the same work. So I do use this create opportunity. Create opportunity. You have create opportunity. You have the create opportunity, or you have the create and update opportunity. So, and you can see this option here means duplication is enabled, meaning that the customer can fill the form multiple times and they will still be coming in. So you might want that for your business, and you might not really like that. So there are ways to also go about in this automation to eradicate and eliminate duplicate. And that's another video. In another video I've already explained how you could go about that. But in this one, let's just go with this as simple. So now you need to add the field. The pipeline is the any store customer. If you have other pipeline, you can always select that here, and the option is create opportunity. So the field, you want to name this opportunity. So this is the conventional name I usually give. So when you give a name like this, it means that contact name, the name of this opportunity will be the contact name, and the person that's filling from the name of the customer with their phone number. So it will automatically pick their name and their phone number, and name it for that opportunity. This is good so that you can be able to see the name of the customer even before checking the customer contact. Now the stage will be always new order. The stage should be always in new order. The value will be the price of the product. Let's say the price of the product is 45,000 naira. So this is why I said that if you have not changed your currency, it will always be in dollars. So that was why it was good we change our currency. And here you can go to status, will be open. Your status should be in open. It's open. And then finally you have the source, and the source is just the source, contact source. So where maybe it's coming, where is it coming from the platform or from the form it's coming from. So the source will be basically most of the time maybe from the form is coming, the person field that is coming from. So that's it. So the source, then you save. Now these are the basic functionalities we are trying to achieve. Also know that once you are creating your automation, you must publish. If you do not publish, it doesn't go live. That means it's not working. But we are not done, so we can publish it now. That's not a problem. We just save once we are done. But if we don't publish it when we are done, it doesn't go live. That means it's just as if we have not built anything. So after I've assigned, I've created opportunity. The next thing I want to create a notification to notify the person that this order is assigned to, that a new order has been created and has been assigned to you. So I want to create a notification. So I'll just go to notification, internal notification. I go to internal, I search for internal, send internal notification. So that's why I'm going to click on send internal notification. Then I'll say you should send notifications. That's what I want it to send. So I can name this, and you can see that these things that are popping up like this because I've been creating automation and they have been presets. You understand? They are just like a preset information. So this one says new opportunity.pipeline.name. So if you just bring the name of that opportunity, new opportunity, so just bring the name of the opportunity just as we have. So it will bring the customer name and phone number. That's what's going to pop up in the notification. And I'll just say, I can say new order. Then we can say in the body of the name new order. We could just put anything really quick. We really need to, we are going to be reading the details of this. This is just to guide us, to give us a notification that you have a new order. When you click it and it takes to your customer details. Basically that's what we want to achieve. Now, that's why this redirect page is important. The information is not what is written here and all of that, but where is this going to take us to? So once we click on the, what do you want us to take us to? Do you want it to take us to contact, conversation with the customer, or you want it to take us to opportunity? So here I'm going to say you should take us to opportunity, so that when we go to opportunity, then we can then see the customer, and then we can then go to the contact. When you click on the opportunity, from there you can reach the contact. So, and now to user type, who should you send this information to? You can say send to all the user in this account, or a particular user. You then specify the name of the customer, the name of the staff you want it to be sent to. So you can select one of the staffs. But here, what I really want us to do is to user assigned to the contact. It's the person assigned to the contact we wanted to send information to. So if you have a lot of user here, so it's only send this information to the user that is assigned to the contact. So we can simply stop this automation here. Basically, we are good to go. And this does just exactly what we want. A user comes in, is being assigned, an opportunity is created for the user, and a notification is sent to the person is being assigned to, so that the person can address and treat the customer just right. So that is fine. So we can then save this and then save this. Now our work is done here, and this is the cycle of what you will be doing or creating in your account over and over. So if you might not necessarily need to create more pipelines, but if you might need to create a new pipeline for a new set of customer if you want to separate from customer, or you can decide to continue using the same pipeline, and you can create multiple workflow automation based on your need. But this is a summary of how and everything you need to set up your e-commerce workflow in your account for a fresh account. If you're just starting afresh in your account, so and you want to set it up for your e-commerce brand business, and this can be applied to even any other sectors you want to set up, as long as you want your staff to be handling your customer. So this will also work just fine for you, and this is fine now. So now let's test this. So it shouldn't be like, okay, is this really working? How does it really work? So we're going to give it a try. We're going to test it out. So we're going to fill a form and then submit. So it's asking that this number is not correct. So what is missing? So let's just put 0. Let's not put the code. Invalid phone number. Is there a digit that is missing? Let's just add any digit. The digits were actually correct initially, so why does it keep saying invalid phone number? Okay, let's put +234. Alright, after we included the +234, it's came back to normal. Alright, it should work now. So we are not saving it, no thanks. We just want to test our automation and see how it's going to function. So what I want you to know is that this notification will goes to the customer, the staff, but we are not going to see it here. So you can see it took us to the thank you page of the funnel, just as we expect. So, and whoever the order is assigned to, among those who we said it should assign to, will get the notification from their phone, from their mobile, because they can download the Lead Connector app or GoHighLevel app, and they get notification. So, and the automation will show that one person has been enrolled. You can see you're having 00 here, but if I am to refresh this now, let me refresh this, so you will notice that one person has made a submission. It's going to count on that one person. And however, if we also go to our pipeline, we'll find the details of the person there. So let's go to the opportunity, and while that is loading, so let's check. Okay, you can see one enrollment, someone has just enrolled. And now if you also come to our opportunity, we will find the person details there, and here on the mobile, or even if on the PC, you can see. So you can see what I was saying, that the name of the person with the phone number is what is put here, and the price is put here, and you can see the price is also writing in Naira. And this is what I'm saying, you can see Naira is writing 45,000. So this also we keep summing up as the customer fill the form. So you can see And then this is what I was talking about. You can move the customer based on whatever is the state of the customer. If you confirm and call the customer, you move it. If you finally send it to delivery agent or the customer person, you can move it to send to delivery agent. If it's successful, then deliver successfully. You can then move to deliver successful. So, and that will mark the end of your interaction with that customer information. Do you understand? So that will mark the end of interaction with the customer phone. You can see when I click on it, it's actually taking me to the customer details and profile. But when you check here, you cannot see the customer address and all of that. You might be wondering, oh, how do you get other information like the customer address and all the details you also need for you to be able to send the customer details to your delivery agent. So that is fine. So for you to get that information, you could just come back here and click on this. This is actually unassigned according to what I can see here. This customer is not assigned to anyone. So sometimes this happens. You can come here and assign it manually. If you come here, then you can assign to a customer here. So that's how you go about it. And I think there's an issue because I'm not saying the second person, the second user. Yeah, I'm only saying one user, that I can only add one user, and that's strange. So if you want to check the customer, if you want to move to contact, you can click on this. If you click on these details, it's going to lead you to the customer contact information where you can see the address and a lot of those things. Also, I do advise you go to your form submission if you want to easily have a glance at those details, because when it goes to contact, it might not be even easy for you to see those information clearly, or you might be confused. So I do advise you go to site and then you go to form submissions. So you go to form submission, then you can see those details on kind of a spreadsheet format, and it's easy for you to get the address. So you can see it's formed like you can see their state, the city, state, color, and all of that. So it's more like in a spreadsheet format. So here in your form, you can also check the analysis of a lot of things. So you can check the analysis. So you can also reduce the column based on what you want to be able to see at a glance. So from here, if you click on the manage column, you can say, okay, for me, I don't want to be seeing, because name is already there, name contains everything, so I don't want I don't want it to show me their first name and last name again. I don't even want it to show me their email address, as I don't really need it. I don't really want to show me this. So these are the things I want to see. I don't even want it to show me the contact, so I just say apply. So once I apply that, I can easily, you see, I've reduced everything to just seeing their name, their phone number, address, and that's worked fine basically for me. So it's easy for me like that. So here in contact, like I said, you can also come to contact where you will see the customer details and everything about the customer, how they fill the form, and you can see a lot of other information about the customer. And here you can also see their additional information based on what they fill here. Like I was mentioning, you can see their general information. You can see it here. Additional, if you have other additional information, so you can see also that there. So this is clear. So I believe this basic walkthrough is clear enough for us. So, and you can go back to your pipeline. So this customer, let me just bring it back to new order, and we can delete it. So like I said, this customer is unassigned. So it's unassigned. So we need to assign. And I'm also surprised why it's also not showing me the second customer. Let me refresh this page and see. And these are some of the things you might encounter, and you might need to troubleshoot your automation and see what is really happening. Why it's not assigning the customer to one of your users. So you can also check for that. But the glitch is something that you can experience sometimes. But the workflow, if the automation and the workflow is fine, everything looks fine. As this automation it's fine, everything is working perfectly. But okay, once we refresh, we can see it's actually assigned. So this is what I'm saying. These are the things I'm saying. So sometimes when you are looking at the customer details here, you were saying unassigned as if it's not assigned. And what you might need to do maybe to refresh the page, and you finally it has actually been assigned, only that for some reason, maybe due to network, it was not appearing, or there's a delay in the system that is causing it not to appear. So I know that our automation is perfect. However, sometimes you might find out that your customer is not being assigned to any of your sales team. So, but for this, it's assigned, only that we just need to refresh, and once we refresh, it was back. So we are good to go, and that's marked the end of this tutorial session. Have a nice day, everyone. Thank you.